Sci Foundation. This is Joanne.
Joanne Hejna is just such an incredible woman. She is so fun, so generous, so kind. She has so much energy, and I couldn't think of a better person to win this award that reflects all of the good things that Mary Ranken Jordan wanted. Another special thing about Joanne is that she believed at Ranken Jordan at a time where it was kind of hard to believe in us.
I knew that Laurie and Joanne had a relationship in the early days when Ranken Jordan was in their other location. So when I came to work for the Sci Foundation in 2004, I knew from Joanne just how important Ranken Jordan was to her.
Shortly after I became the CEO at Ranken Jordan, Joanne came to take a tour of the facility. This was my first big tour for a donor or a potential donor. Joanne could see the great care that we were providing and really bought into the mission and vision that we had.
When the foundation first started, Laurie came over to tell me about Ranken Jordan, and I wanted to see for myself. So that's when it was on Ladue Road. I went over there, and there was a little African-American boy who had been horribly burned. And where else would he go to be treated as he was? They just treated him like he was everybody's little boy. And I realized that this is the place for very special children, and how fortunate we are to have it. And from that day on, I knew that Laurie Towner was the right person to be here, but the hospital was in the right place in St. Louis.
I think Joanne Hejna's secret sauce is just her big heart. She is very loving. She's very smart. She's very kind.
I think she has a heart full of love for people and a truly generous heart, and she wants to help, especially the children. She wants to help children, and she's carrying on Fred's legacy. That makes her happy.
Well, Fred and I had planned the foundation for a couple of years before he died. He was 94 when he died, and I had been with him 44 years. And I knew exactly what he wanted. And he had no children himself, but he really, truly loved children. So after Fred died, I invited Laurie Towner to come over to discuss Ranken Jordan. And after talking to her, I thought, this is so perfect. This is what Fred was talking about. Fred wants these kids to have as normal a life as they could possibly have.
If we didn't have people like Joanne, I don't know that we would have ever been able to make the big move from Ladue Road to Dorset, that we wouldn't be sitting in this great facility with all of the staff that we have and the programming that we have, much less about being able to embark on doubling our space today. It was really those early believers.
He just had faith in the children today as long as they had education and health. And that's the mission for the foundation. I have 19 grandchildren and 11 and a half great-grandchildren. So I know in my heart that if there's any complications or any problems, Ranken Jordan is there for them. When you come here and meet the people that are taking care of the kids, you realize what would St. Louis be without these passionate, wonderful people. They have trained and they have worked, and now they're giving everything to the kids, and the kids are so happy and comfortable.
Ranken Jordan, and especially its program, Care Beyond the Bedside, truly fits the Sci Foundation mission. The program cares for the whole child. It not only provides excellent rehabilitation, but it also addresses the other needs of children, their emotional needs, their cognitive needs, their spiritual needs.
I think Ranken Jordan is really special because we had nothing like this.
They focus on what is possible. They don't focus on what the child can't do. And they help every child realize his potential. And that is what the Sci Foundation is all about, and that is why it is such a good fit for us.
I've met a lot of people in my life, and I will never meet another person like Joanne. She is her own person. I love her sense of humor. I love her commitment to helping children.
I love the hospital. But I was all for it before it was even a hospital.
Every year, I feel like she's been our greatest cheerleader.
I have the most perfect life that is humanly possible. There's 53 of us between my kids, their spouses, their fiancés, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, and they all think they're my favorite. I adore them, and they adore me, and we're together all the time. I have worked 44 years for a man that if everybody could have a Fred Sy in their life, they would be as happy as I am. He was a fine, good man who cared about the children in St. Louis. The happiest time of my life is when I'm giving. It can be a gift, it can be time, it can be happiness. I really love giving.
Joanne is fond of saying that she wishes everyone could have a Fred Sy in his life. And I believe that I do. Joanne is my Fred Sy, and I'm very honored to have her as my friend.
She'll always be very special in my heart.
I want to help the kids that can't help themselves, and that's what we do. Fred Sy is just a person that would be so happy about Ranken Jordan, and I know that. So the purpose of my life is to continue Fred Sy legacy and see that all the children in St. Louis have an opportunity to have as good a life as I've had. When he died and we started the foundation, the years have just flown by, in 16 years, and I started on my 24th birthday. So on March 5th, it will be 60 years with Fred or the foundation, and I can't imagine anything better than 60 years of what I've had. The minute you start helping kids, your whole life changes. Everything is different.